Pick me up, drop me home, and it feels like God threw me up on sticky sweet memories. Gotta love the way you look at me. It's too hard to describe this in a way that feels honest. And even when I'm quiet, I love you, baby. I promise. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous how good this song is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just like, this is the best night of my life. It's the best night of my life. But I'm like so serious. In a way, you know, Eternal Sunshine dropped and I listened to that entire thing with my headphones on in my dorm room, closing my eyes. Closing my eyes, man. That's how I listened to Eternal Sunshine. I was on the way to work. I was so tired. I was so tired that I was like drooling on the train. So tired. And I'm like, okay, Olivia Rodrigo's album dropped. Like, this is the first opportunity I have to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it because, like, I can't wait. I literally couldn't wait. I've listened to Drop Dead. Like, I know what Drop Dead is. It's magical. It's wonderful. It's grand. And I'm so glad that she chose that as the single, because I think it would have been underappreciated if it was in the lineup. Because the lineup is crazy. The lineup is crazy. And Drop Dead is a more like, it would have been like one of those hidden gems if it wasn't made the single. And that's why Olivia's genius. And that's why Olivia Rodrigo actually trusts herself. She actually trusts herself because, you know what? She's going to say, I'm actually going to put the most melancholic songs out there first, because I know that you guys are going to listen to the poppy hits. I know you're going to listen to Expectations. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hit you with Begged as a live SNL performance. Goes viral. It goes viral immediately, because how could it not? It's the most gorgeous lyricism. Once again, a more melancholic state. And, you know, like, this is just such a magical fucking ball of the most, like, feminine divine things. Of, like, that was such a, like, Sofia Coppola-esque fucking performance. And it was, once again, like, one of the softer songs. And so to put Drop Dead and Begged and even The Cure, like, here's the thing about The Cure. The Cure shows her artistic abilities. You know what I mean? Like, The Cure is such a build-up. It's a timeless song. It's literally a timeless song immediately. The build, like, it's like gritty. And that's how you know that she loves Twilight. Because let me tell you something. There's a pipeline, and on one end is Twilight, and on the other end is The Cure by Olivia Rodrigo. Twilight takes itself seriously, and it, like, takes its, like, more emo, quote-unquote, emotions seriously. And it's like, sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's actually serious, and sometimes when you're dating a vampire in high school, it's actually serious. And it takes itself so seriously. Are my wings insanely cockeyed? That's so funny. My wings are cockeyed. Sorry about that. And The Cure is a very, like, emo-esque song, but it takes itself with, like, a cold, hard, gritty seriousness that's, like, so, like, profound. I think that's pretty normal. People live for, like, feeling true love. And for her to explain, like get this thought across, she literally is saying, love isn't the answer. Like, you could fall in love, like, the truest form of love, and it's still not going to, like, actually make you happy forever. It's not the cure to, like, despair. You know what I mean? It's just, like, that's such a hard thing to get across. And it has the emotional depth of, like, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Like, the emotional depth of, like, it's just insane. This album's insane, man. And since the moment I listened to it on the train, I realized it was profound. You know, I also remember listening to Guts. I remember, like, I listened to Guts. I was with my first boyfriend ever, and we we were in Hawaii, so like we would drive up this thing, and then the best food from where I was at, because it was in the middle of nowhere, Hawaii, like a very isolated place, was like literally a 40-minute drive that me and my boyfriend would regularly take just to go do something. And we got Thai food. Let's go. And then literally the 40-minute drive back, I listened to Guts. And I remember listening to Teenage Dream. And I remember listening to All American Bitch. And I remember being like, she's changing the game, man. She's changing the game. Like, literally, the way that Billy Joel, like, writes to your soul is the way that she writes. Anyways, I've listened to Drop Dead 1,000 times. I love Drop Dead. I feel like it is so magical, brother. And so to choose that as the first single is like, it's kind of like, I'm gonna give you a sleeper hit right off the bat, because you bitches want a crumb. You guys want a crumb, and I'm gonna give you a crumb because you're not ready yet. And Drop Dead is already like giving like surreal, like magical realism, magicalness in a song. Okay, but I had already listened to Drop Dead. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go straight into fucking stupid song. Okay. Dude, she's not gonna put a song on the album that isn't perfect. And I'm not over exaggerating. These are some of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard so many songs. She's like in the way that Joe Keery is literally a prophet. Like, that's the thing, is Joe Keery's hot. Obviously. Joe Keery has like 4 or 5 sisters. Obviously, girl. But actually, the reason he's so hot is because he's actually a genius. And I'm not even saying that lightly. Like, he's actually talking about like philosophical moral truths in his songs in a similar way to like Noah Kahan. What? In a similar way to Noah Kahan. And then in a similar way to like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Is like, there's like breakups and relationships and like whatever, but there's also like truly like this is like a song about reflection of life. You know what I mean? It's talking about life as a whole. Like, that takes a very forward-thinking mind. You know what I'm saying? She's doing that. And I understand every single reference that she has. And you know what I mean? Like, I can see in her songwriting Twilight. I can see in her songwriting Lorde. I can see in her songwriting, like, The Cure. I can see in her songwriting, like, a Gwen Stefani. I just understand all the references she's pulling from. And you know what is crazy? I heard Honeybee, and literally, like, I swear to fucking God, I'm not even, once again, I'm trying to underreact right now. I'm trying to underreact. I heard Honeybee, and it sounds like La La Land. Kind of like how Glimpse of Us by Joji sounds like La La Land. Something about that thing is so, like, I don't know. It's just, like, clear. It's just, like, a clear, like, it's just clear. Okay. It's such a vulnerable, delicate song. That's why it's so earnest. It's like the most earnest thing in the world. It's so I could cry, man. I could cry. I think I've listened to Honeybee. I don't think you guys realize I'm probably the human being who's listened to Honeybee the most out of everyone in the world, because the Knicks won last night. 2 nights ago. No, yeah, last night. I'll just say last night. No, I'll say 2 nights ago. The Knicks won 2 nights ago, or was it last night? No, it was 2 nights ago. The Knicks won Saturday night. So, like, there was a moment where I wasn't listening to Honeybee, and that was probably the only moment I wasn't listening to Honeybee, was literally watching the Knicks game, and then I've been listening to literally just that song, and I haven't slept for 2 days. So, like, I've been listening to 24 hours a day, basically. Which is crazy, but it's the truth. It's like, anytime I'm like going to listen to music, which I'm constantly listening to music all the fucking time, I literally am like, okay, but what? How could I play another song that's not Honeybee? How? Like, I can't even, like, no song, everything's gray, and this album is color. Like, that's literally how I feel about this. And Honeybee is so delicate, and it's literally saying, like, you guys, true love exists, but in a real, like, grounded, serious, like, practical way. And it's magical. Like, magic is real. That's literally what Honeybee is saying, with, like, the depths and darkness of, like, a soul-shattering, like, prophecy being found. You know what I'm saying? Pick me up, drive me home. Like, I can't. The swellingness. And know what? Thank God for Conan Gray. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Thank God for Conan Gray, you guys. Literally, let me tell you something. This is why I actually believe in magic, is because Olivia Rodrigo and Conan Gray were born in the same exact time. And they are able to, like, influence each other's work. Like, their works are so, like, intertwined in so many ways. Like, you can see their friendship in their songs. It's crazy. And his swellingness is, like, it's just, like, so capturing. It's like an overwhelming thing. For him to swell in Honeybee, it literally is, it's addictive. It's addictive, and it's just like, it's just a lot. It's just like an all encompassing feeling of, like, love exists. Like, true, like, literally, like, perfect love exists, and she's experiencing it for the first time, of, like, a soul connection. God. And to say baby boy. Baby boy Honeybee. God, I love the way you look at me. It's like giving Matilda. You know what I mean? It's like if Matilda was a song about, but you're like you're like Matilda when she grew up and she's falling in love with Louis Patrick. I'm going to keep going. Then it's Maggots for Brains. So good. So good. So good. And you know what? I don't really like talking about icky stuff. It's not really my thing. Like, it's just not my thing. I don't really like poop jokes and fart jokes. And I know that makes me like, boo, I'm so lame. Like be more childish. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? It's just icky. But it is. Like, that's how I feel. It's just like, oh. I just don't want to think about it. Is that bad? I don't know. It's just like, I don't even, I'm even talking about it right now too much. I don't like it. So for her to be talking about, like, maggots and, like, rotten and, like moldy and saying all these words in a song, it really is putting in this, like, insane juxtaposition to love. Like, you feel moldy when you're in love. You feel rotten when you're in love. That has never been articulated so well in, like, pop culture ever. Because it's so true. Like, everyone focuses on the honeybee. That's why everyone loves it so much. It's literally like it's the fucking Bible. It's literally like it's like the greatest story ever told is Olivia Rodrigo's album about, like, love and then finding out love isn't the answer of life. Like, it is so profound. Honeybee, like, is, like, the truest, most delicate, fluttery love song. And it's all encompassing. It's just, like, it's, like, floating. It's literally if a song was floating. So, of course, everyone loves Honeybee because you want love to exist. It's the purest thing. And then you have Maggots for Brains of being, like, it's pure, but it's almost, like, so perfect that nothing's perfect. So anytime that you're, like, not feeling, like, this perfect feeling because, like, he goes away, it's literally like, what do I do? You're a zombie, bitch. You're literally a zombie of yourself because you're, like, all you're doing is thinking about this person. Then we go into Me Plus You. It's going more into, like, the details of someone's life. Like, you get to know them more. Like, there's an instant chemistry and instant love connection. What's next? It's, like, figuring out who this person is, learning about this person, and, like, falling in love deeper and deeper. And so we're talking about the family members and how she wants to impress them. Love that she put that in a song. My Way is so much fun. That, let me tell you, that very first like couple beats of that song where a it's like if Gwen Stefani, when she was in No Doubt and like actually satiate and cool, during that time she made like an alarm, like an actual alarm for people to wake up to. Like, I don't know how. It's just like wow, 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 wow. It's so good. And then it's like being like, this is showing, love is showing an ugly side to me. Like, once again, you have this perfect thing in your life. So anytime you face anything, it's like your emotions are so heightened. And so it's like, it's showing like the ugly sides of you when you fall in love. It's like, it's such an interesting viewpoint, which is why I think it's so prophetic. It's because I feel like it's talking about love in a way that it's literally never been talked about, and love has been talked about in every single way possible. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking about every like almost every negative side effect, because even Honeybee, my experience with Honeybee was like, it's so perfect I never want to stop listening to it. Literally, like, I don't even want to sleep. I don't even want to eat. I want to listen to Honeybee. Like, that is how like picture perfect it is, because that's how picture perfect true love is. And so it's like, now it's approaching on like, she's being a true like petty person. Like, I win. Like, that's so like, I get something that you don't get and I like it. That's like fucking hot too. My way is so hot. And that's what is so nice about also the alarm. It's like alarming you. Like, I'm like, it also feels kind of like a Polly Pocket or something. It's so layered. It's so layered to me. Okay. Then we go into Purple. So good, man. So good. She goes into a writing session and she's like, okay, I want to talk about this idea. And then she literally transforms an emotion into a song. That's literally how she works, bitch. It's like, how do you get into the point where it's like, it's perfect, life can be perfect. And then it's like, it's just starting to be like, what if it's not? Bye! There's the doubt. Bye! Like, that's it. That's it. Okay. I can see some Mazzy Star in there, which I also think is like one of the truest love songs ever, is Fade Into You. Like, forget it. And that's reminiscent of Purple. Kind of like the movie Together by Alison Brie and James Franco's little brother, Dave Franco, who I love. Dave Franco, by the way. I love Dave Franco. And the fact that he's married to Alison Brie is just like, makes him so much hotter. I truly believe the hottest thing about men is their choice in women. And like, the hottest thing about Louis Patrick is that he dated Olivia Rodrigo. Like, that makes him so hot. You know what I mean? Like, that's why your partner means, it really does say so much about you, because if you're literally dating a fucking loser, it's like, bye, you're a loser by association. But if you're dating someone who's hot and smart and funny, like, it is unfortunately a level of validation. It's not even unfortunately, it's just like, let's be real, girl, it is, okay? And so by like dating someone that's literally prophetic, it reflects back onto him like he's a prophetic person as well. And that's such high praise, you know what I mean? And then we go into The Cure. The Cure is like so good. The music video is so good. Once again, I can understand all of the references that have added up to that music video. Like, she's talking about like, she's really getting into craftiness, which I just want to say is actually a commentary on AI. What? It is though. It is though, and let me say why. Hear me out. Walk with me. Just literally light a cigar, take a deep breath in, breathe out the smoke, and listen. There's like so much AI BS, okay? She is like very purposefully in her life doing things like making a physical, like her painting the walls is on purpose. It's to get people to go and actually do an activity as opposed to stare at their phones in order to promote something. It's making like memories by her being able to do that. And because she's like literally the starlight pop star, rock star, maybe even like a rock pop star, like literally Barbie, she is able to do that. And that's the same thing with like that music video. It's like it's all handmade and like scrapbooky. That's like a literal response to like everything's technological. She wants like handcrafted, like grounded art being made. You know what I mean? Because she could so easily do something animate. Like she does animations that are like hand drawn by the artists. She's not doing like AI slop stuff or like everything's so crafty and physical, and I just love that. It's like I just think it's such a direct response because it's like the more detailed and like actually art is being made on top of other art through like true creativity, the like more authentic it is. Yeah, everything could be screen. Like everything could be a screen, or it could not. And you are trying to like force me to understand that like life is a screen though. Life is a screen though. And it's like, bitch, I'm not interested in the fucking screen. I want to go touch some grass. Like literally. I literally want to go touch some grass and like lay in the grass and do that all day. And it's like, yeah, could every single love song just be AI? Sure. But then what's the point? It's just so like whatever. You know what I mean? Anyways, her doing like a crafty music video for The Cure and then doing like handcrafted like felt hearts, and it's like feels at homey. I just love that. I love that so much. Okay. So The Cure is incredible, obviously. Like, obviously. She's literally going to get a Grammy. I don't give a fuck. She's going to get a Grammy for this. It's impossible for her not to. I don't care. I don't care. And by the way, I know all this from memory. I've listened to it so much that it's all like I know line by line, like beat by beat. Like I haven't stopped listening to this album. So then we go into, after The Cure, we go into Begged, man. That's just a brutal awakening. And once again, something that's like never been discussed is like, yeah, if you have to beg for it, it's not really yours. And that's so brutal because when you beg, you feel like you can control it. You're like, yes, I got what I wanted, but it's not really yours if you're taking it and you're forcing it. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so brutal. It's so brutal. Okay. Begged, so good. Once again, I think if it wasn't played on SNL, it would have been a sleeper that people like discover years later. By the way, everyone's like, in every interview, whenever anyone mentions any song in the album, she's like, yeah, that's my favorite song. That's how I feel too, by the way. Like, that's literally how I feel too. It's like, literally, I can make a case for every single track on the fucking album. I can make a fucking, like, how it's like the best song ever made. Like, and they're competing against each other. Like, everyone else is out. Everyone else is out. And then we have Less, which honestly juxtapositions Honeybee. Like, that's the beautiful thing about this album is the duality, right? Like, one side's love, one side is like the realization that love isn't the answer. So it's like very like perfect on one side, and then on the other side is like so much darker because of the concept. And Less and that falling apart, it's literally, once again, it's delicate. It's like a lullaby. That's what's crazy is Honeybee and Less are literally a lullaby, and they like, to me, are like connected. It's like such a pure it's like the purest communication of music to being truly in like perfect love, and then the true communication of like your heart truly breaking. I'm not even kidding. It's like a true soul connection. The piano riff, once again, is like reminiscent of La La Land again. Crazy. The edits made to these songs are going to be endless. Like, for the rest of time, as long as TikTok is alive and well, there will literally be edits with Less in, like, there will be edits with the song Less in it. There will be edits of the song Honeybee in it forever. Like, that's just untouchable. That is untouchable. And that's why it was genius to not make those the single, because she's like so confident in her work that she's like, I'm going to give you the sleepers because I know that the hits that are gonna go the highest on the fucking charts are gonna be within the album. That's why she's actually a strategic genius, is because she's like, I'm gonna give you a sleeper hit that maybe wouldn't have made the charts if like you guys weren't paying attention, so I'm gonna make you pay attention to it so that you're streaming that, and then I'm gonna hit you with Honeybee, and then I'm gonna hit you with Less, which are like it's like impossible not to stream those, so you're gonna actually make the entire album basically chart. That's why she's a genius, is she's saving her good stuff. That's how talented she is. That's how, like, untouchable, really. Okay. I wish you loved me less. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's truly been, and I don't want you to think that because I haven't been listening to because I've been listening to Honeybee for the past 72 hours straight, that I haven't also been listening to Less for the last 72 hours straight. I've had two phones, and one's playing Honeybee, one's playing Less. I've listened to Less. It's maybe a 3-minute song. Like you guys, do the math. It is falling apart. It almost feels like you've got a friend in me. It connects you back to your childhood. Like, when you're a child, like, you watch movies about love, and, like, Disney princess movies about how love is, like, it's like once you fall in love, like, that's the answer. Like, hey, your life is nothing till you fall in love, till you fall in true love, and you're gonna, like, that shit is so, like, belief and so naive, and, like, so, like, believing in actual happiness is the most, like, pathetic thing in the world, you know what I mean? And so it's, like, so naive and gullible to believe it, but to have that belief is actually what makes things change, you know what I mean? Because it is possible if you believe in it. You know what I mean? And so having that, like, childhood level of hope be fulfilled when you're an adult who's, like, been through a little bit of life, and you, like, have the answer to a perfect life is perfect, to have it fall apart, it's like, that is, like, the complete contrast to Less. Then we have Expectations. Once again, I have a third phone. I've been listening to Expectations. This is earnest of me to say this, but I'm just going to say it because it's the truth. And I just think it really, I'm saying this not to embarrass myself, because it is embarrassing, but I'm also saying this to just show to you how, like, affected I am by this music. I literally am dancing alone in my room with headphones on to Expectations, like, in the dark. Like, something that I've done, like, basically every night of my childhood, my entire life, until I became, like, truly satiate and, like, darkness entered my life and hardened me a little bit, and life got hard enough that I'm like, I'm not gonna dance in my room anymore. It's embarrassing. It's like you have a man on your head watching you, so you have to get ready in, like, a cute way, and you have to like, do things in a cute way all the fucking time. It's like you're training yourself to be, like, this, like, kind of feminine, flawless thing, because you know, like, what's the most feminine way to do everything, from, like, picking up a pencil to getting dressed when no one's watching to, like, how can I, like, make my diet more feminine. Okay, whoa, I'm actually going to talk about something that's actually crazy, and why I'm so interested in gender. So I had, like, a realization in, like, 7th grade. Like, the people that I found, like, like, truly feminine, like Ariana Grande, or, like, these people who were vegan, it felt like they were so feminine. Because I'm like, it feels like to eat meat is, like, caveman, like, masculine, like, a slab of ribs and a big-ass steak. It feels so masculine. And I was laying in my bed being, like, trying to think of ways I could be the most feminine human being alive. And I was literally like, it doesn't feel feminine to eat a steak. It doesn't feel feminine to eat an animal. It feels feminine to only eat, like, a vegan or, like, a vegetarian. I think vegan is a little too restrictive for me, but vegetarian felt like so, like, it just felt like the most feminine option in terms of a diet, and that's literally why I chose it. And what can I say? I loved saying I was vegetarian. I loved saying that, and I've literally done many things in my life just so I can say that I did it. And that's one of them, is, like, I love saying that I was vegetarian for, like, 8 years of my life, because, like, it really is, like, I'm better than you type of thing. Like, it's like, yeah, bitch, I have discipline. Can you say that? Because I can. I didn't eat meat for like 8 years. But now I do eat meat, but I don't like it. Can I be honest with you? Yes, I was like, had the femininity, like, complex of like the constant patriarchy, the man watching you inside your head thing going on. But I also was like, I straight up do not like steak, and I do not like the like fattiness of meat. And so like I could handle a cheeseburger, I could handle chicken, but it was like the texture of meat I already didn't like, to be fair. So I'm like, if I just am able to cut out like hot dogs and burgers and chicken, then I can do it. And I did it. And then I became pescatarian, which I always never felt as good about. I'm like, pescatarian's like barely anything. It's like, you don't eat fish. Like, that's just like being picky. It's not really even a diet, even though I was pescatarian for like 5 years. You know what I mean? It's like a flaky diet that like no one gets. And by the way, here's the thing. When you are a vegetarian or a vegan or a pescatarian, you actually are talking about it all the time. Like, if that's a choice you make in your life, you genuinely have to say every single time that you have food with someone, I'm a vegetarian, and there's nothing on this menu that doesn't have meat in it. And you have to like constantly talk about it. And then based on the places I've lived, every single time it's like, is vegetarian, can you have eggs, can you have cheese? It's like, no, I don't eat meat. And I have to have this back and forth. I've had it maybe like 1,000 times in my life of like explaining what a pescatarian or vegetarian was. Anyways, it's just crazy because like the movie Priscilla, which we'll throw Sofia Coppola back in there, a movie like Priscilla is like Elvis is kind of training Priscilla and breeding and grooming Priscilla to be the most feminine caricature and like flawless, like humanless really thing. He's trying to make her like feminine, like if feminine was a person. So like she can't even look at you without doing it in a feminine way. She can't do anything unless it's like exactly how we wanted it. And she's like trained herself to do that thing, which is like impossible to do. Because it's impossible to be flawless. Everyone has flaws. And femininity is like, you're like always stylistic in the way that you're acting. That's what I was doing to myself. Like, I didn't even have an Elvis Presley to like, I don't know, look at throughout the process. It was just me and my own head doing that to myself. And I'm like, dude, that's the issue, is perfectionism. I've always been a perfectionist. And by the way, I feel like Olivia Rodrigo also has always been a perfectionist because... but whatever, it's chill. But I've always been a perfectionist, and that has translated to so many different issues in my life. Like, perfectionist with the way that I look, like that has translated into like eating issues because I want to be perfect. And then that's translated into like anxiety of like, I need to be perfect. I need to be perfect. I need to be perfect. That's like an issue. It's translated into like OCD levels of like, I have to check things like 20 times because I need to be perfect. I can't make a mistake. I can't make a mistake. And it's like truly forms your identity when you're a perfectionist. And it just feels like always so tight. Life is so tight. And when you're doing that, it's like these tiny little things of like being my own man in my head to be as feminine as possible have like, I've like abused myself with my own mind because of this issue with it needing to be perfect. It's crazy. It's crazy. That being said, like, I like who I am, like, thank God, because I literally like really like myself. But, and I'm like, yeah, I do look perfect. Sorry, I actually do look perfect, and I do sound perfect, and like everything about me is perfect. Like, it's like and no, also Ariana Grande is a perfectionist, but whatever, man. I'm not even gonna speak on Ariana Grande right now. I'm not even gonna speak about it because everything that could be said has been said. So, like, literally, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. Anyways, let's go back to Olivia Rodrigo. Less is the worst song I've ever fucking heard, man. It breaks your heart, and I've listened to that on repeat. Because once again, I'm like, anytime I go to another song, I'm like, why am I listening to the song I could be listening to less? And then we end with expectations. Okay, expectations, I actually have a lot to say. So I remember an interview with Olivia Rodrigo, one of her first interviews when she went viral for her song, All I Want. So before she put out Sour or Driver's License, she put out All I Want for High School Musical, the musical, the series. And then that song like went viral, and she was giving a like genius interview about the lyrics, and she's like, keep those expectations high, ladies. I was like immediately like, oh, okay. She's actually truly going to be like a legendary person. Just the way that she like immediately at an extremely young age was like, I'm not going to date a loser. I'm going to date someone like, I have high standards for someone. That even being said is like really important because a lot of her fan base are little girls, and that doesn't restrict her in a way of like translating human things through her music. Like, she doesn't let that hindrance her. So like she touches on sexuality, she touches on like these gross parts of being a human being, but she really does it out of the service of like, little girls are going to be listening to my songs and like, and this is going to be forming parts of their lives. Like literally Ariana Grande, like as a little girl, the pop girl that you connect with literally defines your life. That's why it's like people like, even though it's a joke, it's like also so real. Like people genuinely dressed head to toe in like what Bethany Mota wore. Like you could go to the store and buy her clothes, and you could buy every single thing that she had, and you can like decorate your room like her because she taught you how to decorate her room. Like you could literally match every single detail to the people that you identify with as like a teenager. You become obsessed with like this idol. Olivia Rodrigo is going to be that to so many girls around the world, and she's taking it so serious. She's taking it so seriously. Like, she's literally like, I'm going to change the world. That's literally what Olivia Rodrigo is saying to herself in the mirror. I'm going to change the world, and I'm going to change the world because I'm going to change little girls. And little girls are going to grow up singing. They're not going to grow up singing like, he's a loser, but I love him. They're going to grow up singing, I have big expectations. I want more, more, more. That's so fabulous. And it's so empowering. And it's so like, if you're ingrained with that message at a young age, that's going to just, like, this entire album is juxtaposing this like cage that's been on women that like true love is the answer to a perfect life. And it's not true, because nothing's perfect. That's the thing about the black and whiteness of the world, is it doesn't exist, and everything's grand, everything's complex. So what's going on is actually that love isn't perfect, and you can live with it, but you can also live without it. It's not the answer. It's not going to fix all your fucking problems, bitch. You're still going to be yourself, even if you find true, pure love. You know what I mean? And that's a devastating reality, because I think everyone thinks, if I meet this person, I'll be perfect. If I find a perfect match. And that's just not ever going to be true. And for little girls to understand that is like such a like generation breaking thing that is actually going to change the world. That's the thing, is I don't even think I'm a super positive person. I think I'm very realistic. And I think like part of being realistic is there is real hope. Like, women, like Olivia Rodrigo is hope. And I know, like, none of the movements are ever perfect. None of the movements, like, but every little movement is bettering the world. Like, the Me Too movement we did have a conversation, and people were held accountable. It did matter. Like, I remember literally watching Oprah Winfrey's speech at the Golden Globes when they were awarding her with her award. I think it's like the Cecil something award. And I remember watching her speech on TV, and I was literally sitting on the carpet. I think we were sorting our laundry as a family. and I remember Oprah. I could literally get emotional talking about it, because she was talking about the Me Too movement, and she was literally like, you're like talking about her own family members and like her mother or her relatives like going through these awful trapped lives of sexual, like just casual sexual harassment at work. And like, it's just like such a wall breaking thing. And I remember her saying, a new dawn is on the horizon. But she says it with such conviction. And she like says it with aggression. Oh my gosh, it literally makes me emotion, dude. It makes me fucking emotion because I remember being a little girl and I remember like truly like this is gonna sound crazy because it's like I was a little fucking girl, but it literally felt healing for her to say that because it was true. And so like I know like change is happening and it feels so bad, but on the reverse side of this, it's like there is balance in the universe. Like it's a real low right now. That means there's gonna be a real fucking high. And I think for it to be so dark, tell me how much more you're appreciating the past right now. Like everyone is nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia because everything's so bad. But when we were in the moment, people were like, you know, embracing like 2010's fall Pretty Little Liar stuff, embracing like you know your childhood Halloween, embracing the like Obama years and the millennial optimism of like girls and not like thinking it's cringy but actually being like, know what, fuck it, they were happy and they could afford rent. Like it wasn't that bad. It was actually a good time in the world even though we were making fun of it like a couple years ago. It's so bad right now in the time history that it was actually quite a high time. It's kind of like the Roaring 20s. It's like, tell me a more exciting time of innovation than the Roaring 20s and then the immediate low of the Great Depression. It's like it is high and then it's low and then it's high and then it's low. And because it's so fucking low right now, we're literally on a day-to-day basis being infiltrated with like this nauseous level of like the worst things ever to happen. Like the worst parts of humanity are like just plastered on every single like news screen that we have, and like the things that have never been exposed ever in human history are being exposed on a mass celebrital level that it feels like it's never going to get better because it's so bad. But there will be a balance and little girls will not be in this cage of like true love is the only thing that matters and your life will be perfect if you fall in love. Like you're actually might even be better off if you think love is like a side part of your life and you as a human being and like your evolution is like and your identity as a person is the most important thing that you should be chasing, not love. Love should be like love should be like a side to a feast, and like the chicken in the middle that's being carved at the Coraline feast is your identity and like what your purpose is on earth. And maybe life is purposeless, but nonetheless, let's talk about cigarette smoke. So, cigarette smoke, haunting, man. This album's haunting. Cigarette smoke is so good. And it's like, it literally feels like you're smoking a fucking cigarette. That's how it's literally named that, and that's how it feels, girl. Is you're smoking a cigarette, sitting on a porch, and like the sun setting, and you're just like, damn, like I regret some stuff. I regret falling in love with Louis Patridge. Like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know what? I just want to say, like, I know Olivia Rodrigo, everything she's saying is right and true, and I agree with her. I also think, like, if I did date Louis Patridge, a lot of parts of my life would be better and solved. Like, I know she's not the cure for Olivia, but he could be the cure for me. And I still completely respect and honor everything Olivia Rodrigo is saying. But like, if I had Louis in my life, I think my life might actually like be, all my problems would be fixed. But I know what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? So cigarette smoke just encapsulates this, like, it's just an experience. It's just a life experience. It's not like an answer to a problem of like like you will be happy if you have perfect true love. It's like, that was an experience I had at a young point in my life. And I now realize it's like not my identity and like not the most important thing in my life. I want a music video for every single song. The music video she does have, like, Versailles within itself, that's iconic. Running through Versailles to Drop Dead. Are you kidding me? That's one of my favorite moments in pop culture history. I'm not even kidding. I've been to Versailles and it is insanely like bedroomy elegance and like grandioseness and like perfectness and quality that it's like overwhelming. And so it feels like a dream. It does feel like, it feels dreamy. So the fact that she's running through there and like being like it just magnifies her like propheticness. I feel like is like she's gifted these opportunities that no one else has ever been gifted besides like Sofia Coppola. You know what I mean? It's just such a compliment, and it's just such like a tipping of hat. I feel like that music video is insanely incredible, like perfect. I love that. It's making a splash. It's a story to tell in a talk show that she filmed that in Versailles. Like it's great. And then the Cure music video I love. It's like handmade. It's like more conceptual. It's more like it's like blue filtered like Twilight. It's like really setting a tone of like this is going to be extremely raw. You know what I mean? And then she hits you with Stupid Song, where she has a bunch of ballerinas. Once again, she's talking about femininity in a way that's so important, of like showing that you can still be like a feminine, beautiful woman who's like desirable and also be angry. Like that's so important to embrace your anger, and your anger actually makes you hotter. And that's the truth, man. And it's not violence. It's not like hatred. It's just anger, a natural emotion that women have been forced to take out of their life. Anyways, her having like a bunch of ballerinas like getting dirty, I love that. She loves ballerinas and understands the symbolicness of ballerinas, and she uses it in such clever ways in like a punk rock way. And that mixture of two is like exactly my taste. I just love that. I think it's so important for little girls to have that be their like identity. You know what I mean? That be like the thing that is forming their identity. And like being embraced and saying and like truly connective with who they really are as like true individuals. Oh yeah, the Knicks won. That's the last thing I wanted to say. The Knicks won. That was great. That was so much fun. I love New York, man. I fucking love New York so much. And it was just like an experience that I've never had before, and it was such like it's just like such a fun embrace of like community in a time of like complete isolation, it feels like, and such dark times are also such happy times. And this Knicks win for the city of New York literally felt like, and Mondani like as well, like the things that are happening in New York are like so exciting and of the new world and like community based and like celebratory and connective. It's like good energy that's like juxtaposing like the absolute darkness that's happening in the world right now. So it just felt really nice to celebrate with a bunch of like with an entire city. It was so much fun. And there's also like Loki, I think Thunder and Lightning. And I felt like that was like, damn, this is literally a Lord song waiting to happen. But I think that's all I want to say. Literally my entire life, like all I've done this entire week is listen to the Olivia Rodrigo album and like I've literally listened to it 1,000 times. Like probably, like truly. I did not sleep. I'm not just like saying like I didn't sleep. I literally took a nap for like maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. Because naps, I try to do naps and I want to do naps, but I really can't do naps. And I think like naps are kind of a wellness thing of like, just if your body wants sleep, give it some sleep. But like every time I take a nap, it ruins my life. Because I can't sleep for 15 minutes. I need it so bad that like if I do sleep, my body will like completely deflate into how tired I am. Like that is why sleep is like so important to me, is because like if I have a bad night's sleep, like girl, it's literally over, man. It's over for everyone. And especially me. It's like the way that people get drunk and ruin their lives is the way that if I don't sleep, I ruin my life. Because I just can't tolerate it. I'm gonna go and listen to Olivia Rodrigo's album. I'm not kidding. That's what's crazy, is I'm gonna go listen to Honeybee right now. Oh my gosh, I'm literally gonna go listen to Honeybee right now, man. You and me forever, and I got the feeling wounds are healing. Da na 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 na. Okay,